If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 198 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15. After yesterday's really good form, followed by a disappointing defeat in the Champions League, a defeat that, had we won that game, really would have put us in the driving seat for qualification out of the knockouts or into the knockout stages. But we're trying to go back to the form of the first two games in yesterday's episode to hopefully get ourselves a victory here in this opening game at home against Liverpool. They're playing 4-3-3 with Alvaro Morata up top as their spearhead. So we know all about him from the Twitch career mode. Obviously, we've been using him at Tottenham more often than not in that series, although obviously recently we've just brought in Jackson Martinez to Tottenham, so Morata's going to take a back seat, but we do know that he's a very good player. However, it was actually Asaidi that gave Liverpool the lead after 7 minutes. My defence just kind of split in half. It took one through ball, and I don't know where my centre-backs were. I have a tendency, and it's a bit of a bad habit when it comes to my playing style, but I have a tendency to just kind of draw defenders out of position. I really need to try and get myself out of that habit for FIFA 16. Because it's just the way I've played FIFA for like the past 3 or 4 years. So it's going to be a hard habit to break, but it is costing me goals. Fortunately, though, with this Cambridge United side, we have enough players or enough quality in the players that we have that it's not really been much of a problem. However, the Chelsea career mode earlier this year, when we stepped it up to legendary, it did become a problem. So starting on FIFA 16 on world class, I'm probably going to have to keep an eye out on my defensive positioning. But we're trying to get ourselves back in it with some good attacking positioning here. Berahino thought about playing it through to Strihil Georgiev there, but he ran offside. Then got himself back onside, but drew a good save out of Simon Mignolet. So unfortunately, we weren't able to get ourselves back on level terms before half time. However, we steal it off them there. Masaccio, not really too sure what he was doing that high up the pitch. Glad he was that high up the pitch, though, because I had to. I had to in that situation. I almost messed it up because there was a defender in the middle, but I had to square that. I just wasn't confident with Berahino. Had it been Georgiev or Palsen, I would have had the shot, but I haven't played enough with Berahino to be confident enough to know that he's going to put a chance like that into the back of the net. James Ward-Prowse gets the ball drawn back to him here on the edge of the box. We're not able to make it 2-1 though just yet. Ivaz dances past the challenge, has the shot. Mignolet can't hold it at the first attempt, but does grab it in at the second attempt and is able to hold it close to his chest. He didn't spill it far, so it was a comfortable second save. James Ward-Prowse involved again. Lovely ball inside the defender into Saido Berahino here. And Mignolet, after making a good save a moment ago, that animation, man, I hope that was a mixture of I hate that animation and I hope that animation isn't in FIFA 16. But fortunately, it's worked in our favour here. But Berahino with a shot, it's just such a bullshitty animation. I'd rather not score goals in that fashion, but it was enough to give us a 2-1 lead here. But clearly, we didn't necessarily deserve to get that 2-1 lead. Felipe Coutinho, though, involved here. Oriki's going to get it through to Morata, and it's a very good save by Marcus Hutchinson to stop the Spaniard from giving Liverpool an equaliser there. Lovely save. Big, strong right arm to get it over the top of the bar. That was Morata's last effort in the game. Sturridge was brought on as a replacement for him. We're going to catch some on the counter-attack here, though, and this is a classic counter-attack. This is kind of a how-to when it comes to counter-attack. You want to beat the first man, have teammates flooding forward, you've got man free on the far side, then you can work it back across, and this time I was confident enough with Berahino to take the shot myself rather than square it, and we do get a 3-1 lead. So a 2-goal advantage is hopefully going to be enough to win us this game, although Liverpool are still pressing to try and get themselves another goal back. McLaughlin squares it to, I think it was Joe Allen or someone on the edge of the box. I'm not too sure who it was, but it was a very good shot. Struck hard and low down towards the far bottom corner, but it was a good save by Marcus Hutchinson. We do get the victory. Berahino gets a brace, Georgiev gets another one, and he continues to score just loads of goals this season. Georgiev is one of the players who we brought in like 5 seasons ago when he was like 68 rated, and he has just grown every season, year on year, and has scored goals season, year on year as well. Absolutely incredible player. That's the best part of doing Road to Glory series like this. You pick up players early on and they grow with you, and you stick with them throughout the entirety of a series, and they just keep rising to the challenge every single season. So Georgiev is starting this one. As you can see, it's a pretty recognisable first team, although Amate has been drafted in for John Stones, who unfortunately was slightly tired. And I think I brought in Pione Sisto on the right-hand side as well for Sadio Mane, who was also slightly tired. Sisto involved here, gets tackled, but it drops to Georgiev. Around the corner to Tony Kroos, turns inside, left-footed shot. Not really too sure how Jack Butland wasn't able to get down to that. If he'd have gone with his feet, perhaps he could have got to it. It was kind of like Bafétimbi Gomez's goal for Swansea at the weekend. If Romero had gone with his feet, then he would have saved it, because it was kind of straight at him, and he tried to drop down and get it with his hands, as did Butland there. Wasn't able to get down to it to stop it, and it meant that, we were able to score to go in front, and it meant that Swansea were able to score to go in front as well. Good save by Marcus Hutchinson there to stop Stoke from getting an equaliser. However, they were going to continue to come forward. Stoke are always a side that I struggle against. It's a pretty unrecognisable side as well from the Stoke side that starts at career mode. So many new players in there that I just didn't know anything about them, and didn't know, who to show onto the right foot or who to show onto the left foot, whether to expect, lobbed through balls with pacey players running in behind, whether to expect crosses because they're really, really tall in the air and powerful in the air. They were powerful in the air there, enough so to get themselves an equaliser through Johansson. And there are some sides in career mode that play the same sort of football all the way throughout, and there are others like Stoke that you just can never predict what team is going to show up. But Georgiev here gets a wonderful turn in, and it's a very good finish as well. The touch and then the turn inside the defender to get it onto his left foot was exquisite. I was really pleased with that goal, and that gave us a 2-1 lead again. We're not quite at half time yet though, trying to put together a really nice move. Very, very good football until that pass where unfortunately we got it picked off, and then they come at the other end and are going to try and play a nice move themselves. It's Alabi, not Alaba, up top here at the minute. Alabi breaks into the box. Oh, if that had buried itself into the top corner, that would have been a hell of a strike. I don't know who that is. Alabi? I really have no idea. My football knowledge isn't the best, but I'd like to think that I have at least a decent understanding of a few players throughout Europe at least, but I really don't know who Alabi is. Here's Rossi though, getting it back to Alabi. Brilliant strength to just barge the defender off it, and he scores to equalise. That's 2-2 in the 56th minute. I just did not expect him to just basically pick up and throw my defender aside to get back in possession there. Hesketh plays it through to Mpeta, who's going down the right hand side. He's going to try and get the cross in and work the space. In the end, he tries to play it on the floor to Alabi into Johansson, and that is a very good finish. I don't know whether it took a deflection off the defender, but the goalkeeper didn't really seem to react to it, unfortunately. And Stoke have pulled it back. They went 1-0 down and got themselves back on level terms. They went 2-1 down, got themselves back on level terms, and they've gotten themselves 3-2 in front. The question was, could I get myself an equaliser? That header went over the top of the bar, and that was the last chance of the game. So Stoke win at the Britannia against Cambridge United. We lose our final game of the episode, unfortunately, but we're going to jump into a squad report now. Obviously, every Monday in this series we do a cheeky squad report, so if there's anybody you would like to have a closer look at, then obviously feel free to pause the video at any particular moment and you can have a look at someone's stats in closer detail. If you've enjoyed today's episode, then make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Both James Ward-Prowse and Tony Kroos now up +1. Kroos now at 89 rated is the highest player we have ever had. He was joint at 88 with Julian von Hark, but now having gone up one, he is now the highest rated player I've ever had. Strahil Georgiev though, as you saw from his scoring record, I think I flicked around to it, scoring on average a goal a game. I think it's 21 in 21 so far this season, which is absolutely mental. But everybody seems to be growing, which is brilliant. Ricardo Kisne is also up two to 81, so I may start to draft him in as of my first team left mid instead of Timo Werner. I'm not sure, haven't decided yet, but I may do that. We'll have to wait and see. Juan Torres is the youngster that we called up that has the potential to get like 85 to 93, I think it was, something like that, 86 to 93. So I'm going to try and loan him out in the upcoming January transfer window if I possibly can. But for now, the main task at hand is to stay in the top 4 in the BPL and hopefully get ourselves through to the knockout stages in the Champions League. We've got Juventus to play again. We've played Leverkusen twice now. and I can't for the life of me remember who the third team in our group is, actually. So we know... I'm getting confused with the Barcelona crew, because in Barcelona we've got Olympiacos, Borussia Dortmund and CSKA Moscow, and I cannot for the life of me remember who's the third team in our group. We've got Juventus, we've got Bayer Leverkusen, and there's someone else. Is it Anderlecht? I think it's Anderlecht. No, the Anderlecht was the Barcelona series. I don't know. I don't know. There's so many series, so many different times through European tournaments, I just lose track. You guys will know, though. You can always remind me in the comment section down below. But we're currently 5th in the league, only a point off 3rd, though, so we're not really too worried about our league position right now. Our goal difference is vastly superior as well, so hopefully we can continue to score a lot of goals. Hopefully we can shore up at the back, get ourselves some points in the next few games and get back into that top 4. But that's going to be all for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.